Spend a day in North London with me, starting off at King's Cross and ending up in Hampstead Heath. Luckily, even though it's October, it was really sunny and actually a bit too warm. I managed to overdress and I think I wore too many layers because I was not expecting it to be that sunny. First of all, I went to Bow, which is near Coles Drop Yard. It's a really nice place to sit if you're just waiting in between trains. Funnily enough, I did actually have to wait for my train later on, and I did spend a lot of time there, not that I wanted to. I headed on round the Coles Drop Yard market and I had a look at the photo booth. I don't think I had enough money to actually pay for the photo booth this time, if I'm being completely honest, but I've used it before and it's so cute, and you've probably seen a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram use it. I did have a look at Shelter, which is one of the charity shops in Coles Drop Yard, and sometimes they have some really nice bits, but I didn't find anything today. From Coles Drop Yard, I headed on over to Camley Street Natural Park, and it's basically a London Wildlife Trust park and it overlooks King's Cross, and I used to love going there when I was studying, and especially when it's sunny it's really nice to just sit by the canal, and you can also have a walk around the park, which I didn't show because I had an appointment to go to. So I ended up on Little Conduit Street, which is actually a really nice street, not too far from King's Cross. I went to a really nice cafe there, and the other shops nearby were really nice, so I really recommend going. I ended up getting the tube on the Northern Line to Hampstead Heath, and I had a little walk around there. This is one of my favourite streets, and there's a little marketplace. They have some gelato. The antique shop is really good, and I'm pretty sure it's on every day of the week as well. There's a little side alley called the Hampstead Emporium, which I went down, and unfortunately everything was closed, apart from a shop called Chango. At this point I did actually get quite tired, and I ended up going to Waterstones. So Waterstones is on Hampstead High Street. Waterstones is obviously a chain, but it did feel really just comfortable to go and sit up in the cafe upstairs, and it definitely had a Hampstead vibe to it, even though it's just a chain bookshop. I'm really well established with Hampstead Heath, and I know so many walking routes around there because I did used to live near there. So I had a walk around just in time for sunset. I walked down from Hampstead High Street down to the Overground station, which is down to the bottom of the Heath, and I went past Dawn Books, and I did have another look in the bookshop, which seems to be a bit of a theme in this video. And afterwards I thought about getting a Gales, but then I realised I needed to get my train home. I ended up back at King's Cross, where my train had actually been cancelled, and so the one after that. So I did treat myself and get a book called My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Sprout. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover. There was definitely something about this cover that I felt really drawn to. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.